afternoon. I'm Haley Bloom, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the Casper and Natrona County Health Department. Thank you for joining us today and for your assistance in providing up-to-date factual information to our community surrounding coronavirus, otherwise known as COVID-19. The Casper and Natrona County Health Department would again like to thank our Natrona County, City of Casper, outlying jurisdictions, and the countless community agencies and groups who have helped and supported our work on this illness. As of right now, we currently still have no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Natrona County. However, we do have 3 statewide confirmed cases, 2 in Sheridan County and 1 in Fremont County. For us here in Natrona County and all over Wyoming, this situation is very fluid and it has been evolving and changing rapidly. Late yesterday, at the recommendation of the Wyoming Department of Education, Natrona County School District made the decision to close schools until April 5th. This decision helps to limit exposure and transmission, not just in the school environments, but also within the community. The Casper and Natrona County Health Department and our partners recognize that it is difficult to have made alternative arrangements for children during this time. However, we'd like to stress the importance of social distancing. Social distancing is a widely used and accepted as a legitimate epidemiologic tactic to prevent or slow the spread of disease. Without the community's help to adhere to social distancing guidelines, this will not be effective. Everyone has a part to play. While we are utilizing social distancing to slow the spread of COVID-19 in our community, please limit the exposure to others as much as possible. This includes limiting or avoiding extracurricular activities such as non-school related sports, playdates, group gatherings, sleepovers, shopping centers, concerts, and other social activities. While there are important things that people must go out for, including grocery shopping and medication pickup, limiting the trip to just 1 adult and a 6-foot distance from others is recommended whenever possible. Common sense will go a long ways. As we are seeing around the world, without measures like these and adherence to them, transmission will increase and those who are sick could easily overwhelm our healthcare system. The Natrona County Health Officers are strongly recommending all events or gatherings over 50 people are canceled or postponed until April 5th. Events and gatherings will be reevaluated at that point for moving forward. It is likely that we will continue to see more and more cases of COVID-19 in our state and eventually here in our community. I want to assure you that we are prepared and are working together with our partners for the best possible outcomes. The Casper and Natrona County Health Department has set up a hotline for people to call for more questions on coronavirus, to get more information, or if they have symptoms and do not have a primary care provider. This line is currently operating Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please note that this is a Natrona County hotline and we are unable to provide many resources and specifics to those outside of the Natrona County area. Anyone outside of Natrona County can dial 211 for help and information surrounding COVID-19 in your community. If you are experiencing symptoms, please call your primary care provider first. If you do not have a primary care provider, you can call the hotline at 577-9892. Again, we do not want citizens self-reporting to the emergency room. This places unnecessary burden and risk onto our medical services. If you are experiencing significant shortness of breath, please call 911. Due to an increase in call volume, if you need help with information, events, or things unrelated to symptoms, you may also email us at covid@cnchd.org. The Casper and Natrona County Health Department is still utilizing CDC, Wyoming Department of Health, and County Health Officer guidance for testing. Testing is not available on a walk-in basis at this time through the Casper and Natrona County Health Department. Although we have the ability to test for COVID-19, we are following Wyoming Department of Health and County Health Officer guidance for prioritizing testing, as nationally our tests are limited. If you end up sick with COVID-19, the following are recommendations for comfort care. Use fever reducers like ibuprofen if you have a fever. Stay hydrated and drink lots of fluids. Use cold and flu medications for treatment of symptoms and to increase comfort. Rest. Stay home and isolate as much as possible from other household members. Clean surfaces and objects frequently. Cleaning and disinfection is important to contain the transmission of the virus within the community. CNCHD recommends people follow cleaning and disinfection recommendations on the CDC website. Most common household disinfectants are expected to kill the virus. Mostly you can use a dilution of 1/3 cup bleach to 1 gallon of water for sufficient disinfection. For additional information or for a list of EPA approved disinfectants, you may visit the CDC website. To avoid further illness not associated with COVID-19, but with food and food safety, the Casper and Natrona County Health Department also reminds citizens to follow standard food safety guidance, including proper storage, cooking, and other recommendations. The Casper and Natrona County Health Department knows people are worried and panicked about this situation. However, it is important we remain calm and all act rationally. While stocking items for a week to a week and a half is reasonable, there is no need to be stockpiling goods for more than a 2-week time frame. During this time, the community needs to come together and to support one another. We can all do our parts by not depleting stores and leaving some for others. Please keep in mind, some people have no ability to stockpile and will be depending on some stock of food and household items being left at the stores. This is an exceptional opportunity for the community to shine. Take care and look out for one another. For other resources and information, people may visit the CDC website. For local information, please visit our website at casperpublichealth.org or our Casper and Natrona County Health Department Facebook page. I will now turn the podium over to Natrona County Commissioner Rob Hendry.
Good morning. As far as Natrona County goes, Natrona County is open for business and we do not plan on closing or any closures at this time, with one exception. I know the Ag Resource and Learning Center, UW Extension, is going to be open as well. They canceled some of their field trips, but they're going to remain open. And I'd like to introduce Lisa Scroggin from the library.
Hello. In light of the school district's decision to close public schools until April the 6th, and after consulting with both the Board of County Commissioners and the Natrona County Board of Health, the Natrona County Library will suspend public operations. Effective immediately, the library system will be closed through April the 6th. As information specialists, we remain committed to connecting residents to reliable and up-to-date information and have multiple reliable resources listed on our website specific to COVID-19, the coronavirus. I also remind our patrons that we have a wide variety of resources: ebooks, e-audiobooks, streaming videos, databases, digital magazines, all that you can remotely access from the convenience of your home. If you need assistance in doing that, please contact the library. We have also extended the due dates of any items that are currently checked out to May 1st. Patrons who have any of our materials will not incur any late fees at all. We encourage you to remain calm, remain informed, and practice social distancing. And as noted before, this is a fluid situation and we will provide updates from the library as needed. Thank you.
We'll be around for questions if there's any later. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Christy Blyzepper, Public Information Officer at Wyoming Medical Center. I'm here to talk a little bit today about the respiratory symptom screening clinic that we opened this morning at 245 South Fenway Street. That is the location of our old Wyoming Endocrine and Diabetes Clinic, and that clinic has been moved to the McMurray Medical Arts Building. This clinic will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day, Monday through Monday. The phone number is 233-0291. Now the purpose of the clinic is to give people a place to report to if they feel like they need to be evaluated for a respiratory type symptoms. These include cold and flu symptoms such as fever, sore throats, cough, nasal congestion, chest congestion. What we are trying to do is to keep people from showing up at the ER and wanting to be tested for their symptoms. So while we'll continue to follow the public health testing guidelines, and the Wyoming Department of Health, the same guidelines as our county public health, we can talk to people, screen them. You know, if it's a flu-like symptom, we can test for flu, and maybe that's what the problem is, and we can get that treated. Same with RSV or some of the other respiratory symptoms that go around in this time of year. We'll also be able to educate people about this new virus and give them options for moving forward. If appropriate, we would ask for testing, but it's not a walk-in clinic to get a COVID test. We do ask that people call ahead, especially if they have reason to believe or a high suspicion that they might have the coronavirus. Dry cough, fever, a travel history. We appreciate a call ahead just so that we can know that you're coming. So in the clinic, patients are being spaced throughout the room following social distancing guidelines. We have spread out the waiting room into some of the hallways. People put on masks when entering. Providers are wearing their personal protective gear already. And there is a drive-through triage area for non-normal patients as well. If you, again, we appreciate a call ahead. They can kind of screen you through your car with questions and you know, getting some answers there to help people who aren't so mobile. Again, if you have reason to think that you might have COVID-19, we're following the public health guidelines. Call your healthcare provider first. If you don't have a provider, utilize their hotline if it's open. Call the respiratory screening clinic to alert them that if you still feel like you need to go somewhere, call ahead to the respiratory screening clinic. And the Wyoming Endocrine and Diabetes Clinic is open now again in the McMurray building. Patients can call 307-237-5047 about their upcoming appointments. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tanya Sutherland, and I'm the Public Relations Officer for the Natrona County School District. First and foremost, we would like to acknowledge the impact recent cancellations and current closures have had on our students, staff, school families, and the entire community. NCSD schools and buildings will remain closed through April 5th, 2020. In recent days, difficult but necessary decisions have been made that have altered plans and normal school operations for our entire community. We commend and thank you for your patience and understanding in knowing that safety is the highest priority for us all. We want to share our appreciation to the Casper and Natrona County Health Department, Governor Gordon, State Superintendent of Public Instruction, Jillian Balo, the Wyoming Department of Health, the Wyoming Department of Education, and all other local, state, and federal agencies who have worked so diligently to keep our safety as the highest priority for our entire community and state. We understand that there are many unanswered questions at this time regarding NCSD operations. We are currently working diligently to share additional details and further information with our students, parents, guardians, staff, and our community as soon as we have that available in the coming days. We will provide updated information as it is available for students, parents, guardians, staff, and our community. Please follow or visit below the communication avenues for the most up-to-date and accurate information regarding NCSD operations. Via Infinite Campus, emails, texts, and phone calls will be sent as applicable to parents and guardians regarding any NCSD updates. You can visit our NCSD website at natronaschools.org. We are currently and continually updating that with all information regarding operational changes and decisions at NCSD. And please follow us on our NCSD Facebook for more information as well. Additionally, information will be directly emailed out to all media partners and shared with our community partners. We do have some current known information. So effective today, Natrona County School District will provide a takeaway meal Monday through Friday from 11:30 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. to all individuals 18 years and under at the following sites: Verda James Elementary, Paradise Valley Elementary, Midwest School, Lincoln Elementary, and the Casper Recreation Center. Additional locations may be established within Natrona County, and we will share that information as soon as possible. Signage will be outside to direct individuals of where to pick up the meal. We are asking families to please follow the guidelines as identified by the Casper-Natrona County Health Department, Centers for Disease and Control, and other health experts in regards to social distancing and other health and safety guidelines. The safety of our students, staff, and school families continues to remain our top priority. We greatly appreciate the patience and understanding of our entire community as we work to share more information and keep our schools, family, and communities safe.
Good afternoon, my name is Rebecca Ladd. For the purpose of today's news conference, I'll be providing COVID-19 response updates on behalf of the City of Casper. Last night, the City of Casper Parks and Recreation Division had suspended services at the Recreation Center, Aquatic Center, and Ice Arena until further notice. This decision was made in coordination with the Casper-Natrona County Health Department and the new recommendations from the CDC to limit gatherings of 50 people or more. Those staff members are looking at options to create new opportunities to continue serving the public during this difficult time, and we appreciate the community's understanding as we navigate through this. By recommending and warnings from the state and local leadership as well as the health department, the City of Casper is enacting social distancing in all facilities. As part of this dedication to community safety, City of Casper citizens are encouraged to make online payments and conduct business by phone and email. Council meetings will continue to occur in City Hall. However, public attendance capacity will be limited so attendees can be seated in accordance with the 6 feet of spatial recommendation. Anyone exhibiting symptoms will not be able to attend. The council meetings are broadcast on cable channel 192 and on the city's YouTube channel. Public comment will be accepted through phone calls. Citizens may call in from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. the first and third Mondays and Tuesdays to schedule a time to take citizen comment live during the council meetings. The phone number for this public comment is 307-235-8215, or citizens can email councilcomments@casperwy.gov. The Casper Area Transportation Coalition is still operating. They have upgraded bus cleaning protocols and frequency. All touch surfaces are being disinfected 2 times during the day and once at the end of the day. CATSI is working with the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the Department of Homeland Security, the Federal Transit Administration, and the Casper-Natrona County Health Department to monitor the progression of the COVID-19 outbreak and will make changes to cleaning and disinfecting protocols based on their recommendation moving forward. You can keep yourself and others healthy by not traveling when you are sick, covering your mouth and nose when you cough or sneeze, avoiding touching your face and eyes, and washing your hands frequently. CATSI does not anticipate any changes in service or schedules at this time due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Further information and potential changes will be released as soon as possible. For our City of Casper Police Department and Fire EMS services, additional screening questions are being asked by telecommunicators at the Casper-Natrona County Public Safety Communications Center. Our telecommunicators are asking medical screening questions of every individual who calls. This is in an effort to best prepare our first responders for what they will encounter when responding and what protective measures may need to be taken to protect our first responders and all community members from exposure. Non-essential services of Casper Fire EMS as well as the Casper Police Department have been suspended. Those include fire inspections, public education, and fingerprinting. Both agencies are taking extensive measures to limit employee risk by modifying other services and doing all that we can remotely and with limited contact. Further updates and information will be shared at the daily 1 p.m. news conferences. Emergency information will be shared on social media pages and through our media partners. As a large portion of our community is experiencing a disrupt to our daily lives, criminals are paying attention. The Casper Police Department would like to remind everyone to please stay diligent. Do not leave valuables inside of your vehicles, including firearms. Please continue to practice safety measures inside and outside of your home. Our first responders are working extremely diligently to protect and serve this community during this difficult time for all of us. We remain committed to the safety of our community. The Casper Senior Center is closing all activities, including congregated meal service. They are currently working on a plan for a drive-through meal service. Their staff is still available and can be reached at 265-4678, and further information will be posted at casperseniorcenter.com.
Good afternoon. My name is Chris Lorenzen. I'm the Public Information Officer for Casper College. For all of the updates related to Casper College, you can go to caspercollege.edu. You'll see a link there to all of the updates on the situation and operations at Casper College. As always, the main goal of the college plans are to provide a safe environment for our students and employees while maintaining an appropriate, thoughtful, and steady plan that minimizes disruptions to our everyday lives. Casper College last week extended spring break through March 29th, 2020 in an effort to shift instruction using remote learning options. The period of remote instruction will be in effect from March 30th until at least Sunday, April 12th. For the next 3 weeks, the college will be shifting to 4-day work weeks. Specifically, the college will be closed today, and then Monday, March 23rd and Monday, March 30th. We will be open regular business hours all other weekdays. Starting today, the Early Childhood Learning Center will be closed. The Tate and Werner Museums will be closed to the public. These closures will extend through April 5th. Residence halls remain open for those that require it. For all other functional areas of the college, supervisors will be working with individual employees with children now at home to allow flexibility in work schedules when necessary, and while still ensuring continuity of college operations during open business hours.
Sean Ellis, the Toronto County Sheriff's Office. We continue to work with the community partners that we have in very close regards to the detention center. So the detention center is operating as normal. Any visits with inmates that are incarcerated happen through glass. If you are coming to the detention center for any reason, which will incorporate including arrestees that are coming into the jail, you'll be screened. We have a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week medical staff, which includes a doctor. And so the screening will continue as it already has been, and any professional services will also be screened upon coming to the detention center. Courts are anything to do with the court system is through the state of Wyoming, the 7th Judicial District. So we ask that you contact the state for that information. But as of now, and with our partners, we're just continuing to work through the COVID-19. And for the foreseeable future, we stress to everybody that we'll continue to have these daily press conferences at 1 p.m. and we'll work through it from there. Thank you.
If you have any questions for any of the partners, we will take those questions now.
Do we have any numbers on testing? How many people have been tested up till this point?
We do not have any numbers as far as what tests have been performed in the county.
Hi, I have a question, it has to do with there's video that's being circulated a lot by supposedly a doctor who says that the virus stays basically in the nose and sinuses, and you can cure it or stop it by breathing warm air, sitting in a sauna, something like that, and that kills it. And since we're all trying to mitigate rumors and stuff, I was wondering if anybody can address this. Maybe it's true, I don't know.
I think that'd be best addressed by a medical provider, but I will say that if anyone's experiencing symptoms, they should visit their medical provider anyways instead of trying to self-treat. Thank you, guys.